Go ahead.
Ned, when you were racing, I'm sure you couldn't even fathom, stock cars going around the speedway here. Just kind of what's your feelings when you come in here, and I think it's been about 20 years since the first test session here, seeing stock cars here. Is that pretty cool? Is this someplace you really wish you would have had a chance to run?
Yes, I do wish I would have had an opportunity to race here. Of course, the opportunity for anyone to race here in NASCAR didn't happen until long after I had already quit driving race cars. But this place has such tradition, and so many great drivers have done good things here. And it's good to see David have his name among those good drivers now. He's got a pole position, and I expect him to go out and win tomorrow, and I think he will. Honestly, when they wanted to do this weekend to honor me in the NASCAR Hall of Fame, and the 6th car was the one that was chosen with UPS and Ford, I could not have been more pleased than to have them carrying my name and colors in this particular race. And even though I never got to race here myself, it's good to. I haven't been this happy really since Dale won here a number of years ago. So I really appreciate it, Dave. Thanks so much for lifting me up again.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't tell me that before. That would have scared me. I don't know if that was good.
Go ahead, Bruce.
Bruce Martin with SI.com. Ned, although you were driving for Bondi long back in '65, when you heard that Glenn and Leonard and Delano and Ray and Kenny Martin were coming up here to pit Jim Clark's car, I mean, was that a Indy 500 that you tuned into, that you listened to, you paid attention to because there was an NASCAR connection that day?
Absolutely. Paid a lot of attention to it. We knew how good they were in NASCAR, and for them to be asked to come here and pit that car and then go on and win the race. I mean, I thought it was a great shot in the arm for NASCAR racing, because they brought something here that apparently had not been before, and I was not that up to date on the differences in the pit stops that they made and how they went about it, how different it was with other teams that had been doing it for so many years, but I thought it was good for our sport and was very interested.
Did you listen to it on the radio, or did you go to a closed circuit?
I listened to it on the radio. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Dave.
Dave Coleman, Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. David, let me apologize first how this may sound. This race has a history of like nothing but champion winners virtually. You know, it's guys, the top teams at the top of their game win this race. Qualifying, there seem to be a lot more surprises, that sort of thing. Why do you suppose either of those or both of those things are the case?
Well, I think that you got to be fast to set on the pole, and to win the race, you have to be fast, 400 miles worth. You've got to be good throughout the afternoon. When it's hot and slick and rubber builds up, you have to make changes. So there's a lot more that goes into winning a race than just being fast. You have to have a good pit crew. You can't make mistakes on restarts. But, leading them the first lap is certainly a start to that. And I'm not saying we're, the number one contender for the championship. But if we were to go out and win tomorrow, I certainly wouldn't be surprised.
John Wiedemann, ExtraLaps.com. David, when you came in, you were checking out the score or the leaderboard up there. What's it like? I mean, you're on the pole at Indianapolis. What's that feel like?
Well, I'm hot right now. I feel hot, but it feels cool. I mean, obviously, you look at Jimmy Johnson, Casey Kane, Kurt Busch, guys that are pretty dang good up here, and must mean my car was really good, and I don't feel like that I drove as well as maybe I could have, but it's a good feeling. Like Ned said, anyone that's just a race fan thinks a lot about this racetrack, and to be able to come up here and be fast, obviously sit on the pole, that's big. It's big on Friday and it's big on Saturday, but when they drop the green flag tomorrow, it doesn't really mean anything. So we'll enjoy it tonight, and we'll talk about it and talk about our lap and how much fun it was and how fast it was and all that good stuff. But then in the morning when we wake up, it'll be all business.
Bruce Martin again from SI.com. David, the autograph session that they had earlier today seemed to generate a little bit of a buzz amongst people that kind of came out here. Do you feel that something like that is important to kind of bring this event back to the glory it once had?
Absolutely. Not only this event, but every racetrack, every stop that we go to. I think that's what made our sport and continues to make our sport so great is the the fans' approach to the drivers and the crew chiefs and the team owners, the celebrities of the sport. And I think that by having those autograph sessions, by having Q&A sessions at the sprint stage, spending time with UPS customers tomorrow, that's what makes everyone interested in coming out and enjoying a great race. So I think that we should do it week in and week out. Different racetracks. Obviously, every fan can't go to every racetrack. So, yeah, my vote, I don't know how the other drivers would like it, but my vote is to have one at every single racetrack. We've got to remember where we're at. We've got a lot of competition out there in this world with so many, sporting activities and fun things to go and do and all kinds of entertainment. So we've got to go the extra mile to show appreciation to our fans, and my vote would be to do it every single week.
Go ahead.
That's why I'm so happy to have him carry my name and colors on his cars.
David, have you talked to Jack yet at all?
I haven't. I guess he may be over at the short track already. So I haven't talked to him, but Jack's going to see me, and he's going to say, "That's what you should have done. Good job." And I'll say, "Thanks, Jack." And then we'll talk about it. Then he'll tell me tomorrow. Then he'll start talking about fuel mileage and what we got to do tomorrow. So no, Jack's proud of us. He's proud of our team. And Drew, that's a brand new race car, man. It's unbelievable. And Ned can attest to this, driving into turn one at any racetrack with a car that's never even been, I don't know that it's ever even seen daylight before. It's just been in our race shop, and having the confidence that it's going to stick when you're driving into turn one. So, that's what I'm proud of.
Do you see that Jack's not won here? It's one of the few places he hasn't won. Is he really eager to get to go to Victory Lane here, maybe more so than the other tracks?
Yeah, I don't think that Jack really talks about stuff like that, just because he is a little more, level, and he expects to be fast, and he's concentrated about the problems that we face in front of us. But yeah, Jack, deep down, I know he wants to win here at Indy. He wants to win at Daytona. Likes winning at Michigan. He did let us know that the Kentucky race was the racetrack closest to where he grew up at, where his hometown was, and that none of us got him a win up there. So he thinks about that. So yeah, that would be absolutely amazing to win for Jack, and I'm sure all of our other drivers would say the same thing. And we've got as good a chance to win tomorrow's race, all four of us, as we've had here since I've been up here 3 or 4 years ago.
Any further questions? Okay. David, Ned, congratulations, and continue. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.